What's up, Jacob?
How we doing?
So go back to August 1st when Frank tells you Carson's hurt and it's your show. How much have you learned and how much do you think you've grown as a player and as a quarterback since that day?
A lot. Just, series of unfortunate events, what happened there with Carson, you never want that to be the case, but in terms of my growth and the, development process for me, everything sped up. I got thrown in there and, I think, in terms of my development and growth, it was great for me. Just, getting thrown in there and attacking a day at a time. Yeah, I had its ebbs and flows, its ups and downs, but I learned a ton, and I think every day I kind of, held on to one or two things and just continued to learn and develop, day in and day out. My mindset, I kept it the same all camp, and my thought process was the same all camp, and just learn from my mistakes and continue to grow and develop, and I'm happy with the camp I had, and still a ton of room to development and growth, but I'm happy with where I'm at.
Does it almost, getting as many first-team reps as you did this year, does it almost sort of even out what you didn't get last year?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to answer just because, last year was so different. And I never really had a situation like last year. Obviously, it was a long season, and I still learned a lot last year being with that group and those guys. But obviously, it's a little different when you're getting the reps and in the practice, in the huddle, out playing preseason games and everything. So, I think in terms of physical growth, getting the actual experience this year this preseason and this camp was great.
What were some of the hardest moments, like a hard practice? Last week in Minnesota, what were some of the moments that were like?
Yeah, there's several. Each week, each day brings new challenges, and it was fun to go out there and attack those challenges every day. We got a great defense that I had to go against every day, and our offense had to compete against every day, and bunch of installs in the beginning of camp. Some of the things to review, but there's a couple new nuances here and there, and every week in the preseason, we face something different, and 2 road games and this and that, but everything's a learning opportunity and a great experience for me, and I'm super fortunate that I got to be in the position that I was, this camp and this off season, and this preseason, and get those opportunities.
Jacob, you guys fought back in the fourth quarter today as a team, and you led on the fourth quarter charge last time against the Vikings. We heard Frank preach finish,
Mm-hmm.
maybe just in your earlier. What makes a team good at that finishing?
Really just not, obviously not, you're never out of the fight. We weren't down by a whole lot, just taking it one play at a time, and, the fight and the finish part of it, he's been preaching all camp, and I think we've done a good job of taking every game into the fourth quarter and not really paying attention to the scoreboard, just doing our job, and guys, credit to Brett and those guys out there today for making plays when we needed to make plays, and it's a good group of dudes in that locker room. Not a lot of give up, not a lot of quit, and it showed these last couple games, and just being a part of that's pretty cool.
A couple more. You mentioned the last time we talked to you that you spent a lot of time with Jacoby last year. If you were in fact Carson's backup, what did you learn from him about how to approach that way?
I think it's just you got Jacoby prepared as if he was the guy last year. I think coaches always preach, another thing he's always preached is talking about, you never know. If you are a backup, you never know when your number's going to be called, So at any given moment, the opportunity can present itself, and you got to be ready to go, and you got a whole team looking at you to hold up your end of the deal. So, I think if that is the case, you just got to prepare for, just like I am the guy, and in the case that it happens, I'll be ready to go. So, that was one of the things Jacoby taught me last year was stay in it, stay engaged, know what you're doing, obviously know the game plan in and out, prepare like you're the guy, and be ready to roll.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, but are you happy with the case you made over the last month to be Carson's backup?
Yeah, I felt in terms of my progress, I'm very pleased with what I did. There's a lot of things I wish I could go back and clean up, obviously, and do some things better. But in terms of my mental growth and actually getting the experience, I'm very pleased with what I was able to do. And, you know, it's only growth and more experience from here. So I'm looking forward to whatever coach decides and attacking it from there.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.